am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any ever. Do all I can just to show you you're special. Certain it's your love that holds me together. Lately you say he been killing the vibe.
How to move this Nigeria forwards, and as they are putting it for backwards, we are moving it back forward. They are putting it backward. And this Seun Kuti, last time we had a conversation about Nigeria, a lot of people asked me to bring you back, so that we can take it back together. But you've been away for almost 3 months. What's been happening to you? Tell our people.
Well, Prezi to be. I've been working. I've been on tour for like 3 months. So yeah, we just got back like a few days ago actually, and yeah, that's why I've not been around really.
Some people haven't heard from you in a while. You know, this political season, typically, you know, you'll be out there.
And when I'm around, I don't like throwing stones when I'm in Europe or America. So people will say, oh, because you stay Europe.
You prefer when you're at home.
When I'm around, you know,
okay.
Let's go to see ourselves. And so when I'm away also, it gives me time to actually have enough material. You know, a lot of things happen. You know, every week a new drama.
But you know, where did you go this time around?
I was a European tour. Yeah, well, everywhere in Europe, and we did but we also went to Asia.
To Japan.
3 nights at the Blue Note in Tokyo.
You know, one thing people always ask, you know, when you travel out, come back, how do you feel about, you know, travel? Things are a little easier for you, and you come back and it's chaos.
No, I think for me it's
how does it make you feel?
Nigeria is so chaotic. It follows us anywhere we go. So even though
you take a part of it with you,
you know, I take my chaos. I take
tour.
my chaos with me on tour, you know, just so that I don't come back and feel, you know, out of sorts. You know, but the whole world is just a different. You have to just balance. I think everywhere in the world is chaotic today.
Yes.
We do not give ourselves enough credit actually as black people, motherland people in Nigeria for keeping it together this much. You know, as much as there's violence in this country, you know, the pain and suffering that people go through warrant for even more violence. So we have to give ourselves credit.
When you say that, people want you to break it down though. Like, he's saying that going by the level of suffering,
yes,
the abuse,
poverty, disrespect, you know, lack of dignity that people have to live. You know, the basic thing you can give a man is dignity for his existence. You know, there are many poor people in Europe and America, but they have their dignity.
Yes.
You know, this is what every man at least must have. When you see people all around the place, you know, we are so quick to be angry at one another. But it's transference because we take so much.
Transfer aggression.
Yes, we transfer our aggression to our loved ones and our friends and our neighbors.
Instead of
the real people.
Pushing against the people who cause the problem.
So you go home and then you beat your wife instead of slapping the policeman that slap you on the street back. You know, beat your children anyhow, you know, fight with your neighbor because your guy said something to you. You know, so the oppression of man manifests itself in several different ways.
Wow.
And that's why I think for the kind of things that we go through in this country, that people are so, you know, still able to keep it together and still go to work, you know, and be owed months and months of salary and still continue going to the work. I mean, Intercontinental Hotel, forget government, even private, like such a big hotel with so many international clients and 5-star blitzer. Their staff was outside protesting lack of salary. Wow. And Nigerians continue living.
They haven't paid them salary
every day.
Intercontinental Hotel in Lagos.
Yes, it was in the news. I'm not even saying. I mean, I saw it in the news. I mean, there was protests of all the staff outside. Yeah, you know. So for me, so many things happen in this country that we overlooked, and I realized that it's just because maybe we are magnanimous people. I have to see it from that perspective.
Maybe that's the reason why we're happy.
Yeah, and also we have been indoctrinated to hate poor people. You know, so we ourselves, you know, even
when we are poor, we hate ourselves.
Yeah. I mean,
because we are
it manifests in a hurry. You know how you know? Right now, everybody is angry that headsmen are killing people. It's a big problem in Nigeria.
Yes.
Everybody cannot stop being angry, but it's only because headsmen connote poor Hausa man
people.
Because these are people that hate because all these headsmen, I hate all Hausa people. I say, stop saying that. You hate poor Hausa. Because I heard you yesterday praying to be like Dangote, who is also Hausa. Have you forgotten that? So it's our programming. Even the Northerners, it is the poor Southerners and they hate. They don't hate the elites. The elites
who put them in
exactly
poverty.
So it is
because they aspire to become like the elite.
It is also the indoctrination. It will, one day it can be you. So we excuse our oppression because we feel that maybe one day we can access that oppression. It is a larger problem.
Or become the oppressor.
Yeah, so we can access the oppression. When you access it, you become
part of the oppressive class.
One
of my professor actually said that at Columbia University that the worst thing on the continent of Africa is that a lot of people who hate oppression are jealous of oppressors. So they're there, they want to drive their car, they want to live their lifestyle. That's the only reason why they hate oppression. Is like
you're very correct.
They want to cut the corner to become the oppressor. So you hate Babangida, but at the slightest moment you want to be Babangida.
You behave like him.
In fact, there was a musician in this country who once said that he wants to do plastic surgery to look like Babangida's wife. At the height of the oppressive activities of Babangida, that was, I think, Felix Liberty.
Wow.
Yes. He said,
he wants to look like Babangida's wife.
Yes. That was how much he imbibed the oppressive. But you look at Felix Liberty a few years later, I think it was last year or so, he made music, fighting against oppression under Buhari. Or yes, it's the one who sang some song about Buhari being a bad oppressor. But like you said, he didn't hate Babangida, who was a terrible oppressor, who is also as bad as Buhari at that time, because
maybe
he was a short course.
You can give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has evolved.
Possibly.
Maybe he has evolved.
But we haven't seen much of him since that time.
Because even a lot of, when I talk to a lot of black, so-called, motherland people in America that are called black people in America, the Africans in America that are called African Americans. I realize that many of the activists just want to access whiteness. They don't really want to be free. So I try to let them understand, like, freedom and whiteness are two different things. White privilege and the system of global white domination, and our own idea of having a free world where we can project our own consciousness upon humanity and contribute to the development of the world is not necessarily the same as what is on ground today. In fact, many black people excuse capitalism, even though black people are the collateral damage of capitalism. We are all capitalists. Everybody in Nigeria wants to work for profit and do their thing, because even though we know it's killing us by the millions every generation, we still run the race, So I think it's just the indoctrination is really strong. As Nietzsche said, one of the crisis of man is that he was once a child.
Does it mean that man did not grow up?
Well, in Nigeria, people are not growing up. That's another thing I realized. Yeah. Many people still have the same dreams they had when they are 17, 18, to build a house, have their wife, their kids, buy a nice car, live in a nice house, have nice things. Same dreams they had when they were children, the same dreams they have.
It's like one friend always told me that the human brain, when it's operating at 10% capacity, cannot think beyond 9 to 5 jobs.
Yeah, but I think everybody's brain operates.
Yeah, but there are people who push it beyond that, and that's where you see people philosophizing, inventing things. And I think we need to push our brain beyond that 10%, where we can actually understand the level and the scope of oppression, to, like you rightly said, understand who our real enemies are, as opposed to poor people hating. Because you see, at the slightest provocation on the streets of Nigeria, the person who stole cell phone,
we are ready to destroy,
and then is killed, is the dousing with petrol, fire, somebody has a lighter ready, tire, everything. But then the next moment, Babangida is driving past, everybody stand at attention. Even for that moment, if a rich man was passing by, they would stop the killing of a poor man to pay him, accolades. And
I don't even think, even if you don't pay him accolades, I don't think that is good enough.
Yeah.
There's no stigma when you harm black motherland people. When anybody that is destroying African people has no repercussion.
It's true. No repercussion for doing it.
And I think the real reason is because as as we are here in Nigeria, there's nobody really articulating to us, to the people. Nobody with the means, people with all the means, they are not really trying their best to articulate to the people a vision, the narrative. It is difficult for Nigerians to see things in historical context because we are not raised in that context.
There's no history anymore.
We don't see, everything we know about ourselves starts from 1914. I mean, even Buhari said, God knows why he made Nigeria. So immediately he said that, and I realized that Nigeria was only made in 1914. Even according to his own Islam, the earth is 6,000 years old. Scientifically, it's how many billion? 2.8 billion years. So let's say 6,000 years that the earth, Nigeria only existed 100 years ago. How did God do that? That means God is Lord Lugard and the Queen.
That's what he's saying.
Basically, because God did not create Nigeria.
Lord Lugard did.
And the Queen.
And his girlfriend
and Gold Tubman, the man who was in charge of the United African Company, who subdued, who came to start to negotiate on behalf of the Queen. Nigeria was actually going to be called Godesia, like Rhodesia after Cecil Rhodes. It was going to be called Godesia after Gold Tubman, but then it didn't happen. But it would have been Godesians.
Yeah. Do you realize that a lot of African countries were actually in the West African region? They were named after resources found in them.
Yes, there's many.
There's a Gold Coast.
Or after the person that the white man that saw them.
There is Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, of course.
Cameroon is named after shrimp. Cameroon. That's a place to find shrimp, lobsters. So I won't be surprised. And that's why that lady who named Nigeria just look at it and says, this is Niger area.
Like we are pets.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, this is... so for me, it is... When I talk to people generally about Nigeria, I said, I hope that one day we'll have a president that's not going to tell us, I want to build you bridges, but I want to teach you how to build bridges. Because not say I want to build road, but no, I want to teach my people how to build roads. Not that you want to give us electricity. You can't give us anything.
You have to make them happen.
We have to be able to. If we don't know how to do it, no, that means
we can't sustain it.
It has not been done.
I think this is important considering that, and we'll make a segue into that. When I started this, there's a whole lot of question about, so what are you gonna do? And my position is that first and foremost we have to elevate conversations about what the future will be like. And conversations cannot be about how many kilometers of roads we build. Yes, it's important, but it's about, in the next world that we are aspiring to enter into, the next era, what is the place of Nigeria? What is the place of a Nigerian young person, old person? But how are we able to represent?
But the road design we even have right now, building more, this is a colonial setup.
Of course.
We have not designed, these so-called Nigerians have not designed Nigeria. We're just following what colonialists set up to extract. That's why in Nigeria, the only thing that develop is for business. Every road they build is so that goods can move. Everything they do is so that money can be made.
Services.
It is time for a government that will invest in the people.
Yeah.
Because when we invest in the people, then the people can build the country.
That was the reason why we talked about minimum wage. And I said I'm ashamed to even be proposing $300 per
month.
Yes, per month. But for me,
people are saying, how are you going to find it?
No, they said that it's going to cause inflation. What is the meaning of inflation when you are investing in your people? And even Bill Gates, as reactionary as he is, kept telling them, say, look, the solution to your problem is you have to make investment in human capital. You understand? That's Bill Gates, too. And Bill Gates is not trying to save the world. He's not trying to save you. But he was honest enough, or at least, bold enough. And of all the places that Bill Gates has ever spoken, he said Nigeria is the first place where he has shown any sign of even courage. Otherwise, he's a very shy person doing his business, making his billions. But Nigeria, because why? He had lost so much money here. Whatever he's doing, he had to tell them, look, you better go and invest in your people, because otherwise I'm going to pack my things and just leave you guys. Because Bill Gates met diseases in Nigeria that he's attending to that is no longer in existence anywhere in the world again. Things like polio. And like you're saying, he probably look at it and say, maybe they had their own doctors, like the Cubans did.
Yeah, but
they don't polio anymore.
But the thing about the Cubans is that the Cuban doctors are ideologically sound. They are Cubans to the blood. They are Cubans first. We have more doctors in Nigeria today than we had in 1960.
That's right.
But there are more people that cannot be treated in Nigeria today than in 1960.
Yeah. It was easier to get treated in 1960.
The more lawyers we have,
the less justice there is.
The less justice we get. The more police we get, the more insecure our lives are.
Because
the more politicians, the more backward our politics. Yes. So why is that? The more we want peace, the more there's violence and war. So why is that?
Because we don't have leaders.
Because the country is not for us.
Yes.
It's not for us because those that the country are for, they don't have the the doctors that they use are available.
Look, for those who are just joining us, this is Seun Kuti, my good friend for a long, long time, and when we started this, we went to his house. But tonight we couldn't go to his house because there's no electricity there.
No, I don't like to let me be honest. Because
it's a joke.
Listen, President. Not excuse me. I will touch you. Don't do like. I've been having lights for the past 5 days, please.
Oh, yeah. How did it come about?
I don't know.
Maybe because you arrived.
No, they say even before I go back, listen, whatever is happening, keep it up.
That is campaigning for Buhari. They would love for this.
No, but whatever is happening, keep it up.
They would love for this.
Is it for only my? Listen, what I'm saying, like. I'm saying for myself, keep it up in my area, but I'm not saying that light is good in Nigeria. There's a lack of, what you just said is important.
Yes.
There's a lack of there's a disconnect between city life and rural life. We, the city dwellers, always believe that rural people are not part of Nigeria.
It's not like the poor people, the thing you were talking about now.
Because our elites have been very, very ingenious at destroying solidarity among Nigerian people. It is something that is invested billions, and
just to destroy solidarity.
So much that we don't trust ourselves.
Yes, and love ourselves.
So much that we believe that we are our own problem
and enemies,
and our own enemy. To continue to be victims. I said something that Frantz Fanon said something. I repeated it on Beat FM. Everybody went, I said the only way to stop being a victim is to become the enemy of your oppressor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The day you become the enemy of your oppressor is the day you have shared
victim, yes.
And become his enemy with whatever that entails. And that's the reason why I'm doing so much. I have become the enemy of my oppressor for a long time.
Yeah.
They don't give me any kind of work here. So I gotta work. I need to
you don't get invited. Maybe it's because you don't praise sing.
But what is there to praise? Even when even when people discuss Oshun can
just tone it down.
No. We can actually even get you some nice endorsements. I tell you, like really, I know like when you hear people on their mobile phone in Nigeria every day, they are swearing for these telecommunication operators. Be it anybody. You know go better for Glo. You know go better for MTN. You know go better for Airtel. That's all I hear.
Everywhere you go, make sure go strike
you. That's all I hear all day. So if I'm your ambassador, am I not receiving ambassadorial share of 180? So that's what I'm just saying. So for me, there are many things that we as a people have to decide. You, for example, you are putting yourself on the line for Nigerian people. Many people support you. You've come up with the AAC, African Action Congress. But still, many young people believe in Nigeria that their vote is their power. I put something on Facebook today. I say, the elites don't respect your vote. The security forces don't. Everybody's advertising PVC up and down. There's somebody's contract. If you don't collect, he won't collect his money.
Yes. The more he makes,
the more you collect, the more he collects.
Yes.
So they can advertise.
But at the end of the day, your PVC is
we must
nothing.
not only to vote.
State.
The voting is just a tool. We must engage. It is our duty, especially in this generation. In my group in Nigeria, I call us the liberation generation, because with this has to be the generation to liberate this country. We can't take it as when Sowore runs for election, we'll go and vote, or I'll just go and vote for him and that's it. No. Sowore alone as the president of Nigeria can do only so much. Sowore has to control the Senate, House of Assembly, state government, their assemblies, the security forces. Young people get to work.
And we have a lifetime opportunity now. That's what I tell people. We have 70% of our population young people. They are there, they have the power, which is beyond PVC. Like you said, all you need to do, the most powerful and most potent PVC at this time is what Fanon said, be an enemy of your oppressor. Let it be very clear. Don't let him be in doubt when you are passing that, you get the vibe.
Yes, of course.
They are not playing. Let it be very clear, even on social media where you need young people, where they control the levels of conversation and engagement, they are still there, double speaking, double dealing, assigning themselves roles, calling themselves media influencers, only to gather followers and then take the followers and sell to a politician that they know will sell them down.
I see them.
So this is why this conversation is the reason why I pull you in wherever I can find you, and to talk about. I know, like recently, which you told me not to talk about because people know your position about cannabis. And it's part of the elevation of conversation that we need to have, because maybe some of the things that Fela, for example, saw some 40 years ago, people didn't get it, and then he was vilified. I remember when I was growing up, and my father had me listening to Zombie. Omode Fela, because that time they are bandits. Why you listen to Fela and all those kind of. Of course, my father later explained to me why he did that, because they were all guarding their kids not to be on the front line like Fela did. And the worst person you can be in life is to be the son of a teacher or a preacher. I was the son of a teacher. That's how I turned out this way. I think Fela was the son of a preacher. That's why he turned the way. It's because.
So what's my own problem?
It's because you're a son of Fela now. That's a big problem. Anyways,
a teacher and preacher together.
You are the son of a teacher, a preacher, and a prophet. Bad combination. Anyways, but it's important to I want us to keep talking to our generation. That is not about sometimes they feel like when we go and ask them to do something right, we are asking for a favor, and that's the problem I have sometimes. Even going to some of the places I should naturally be at, it's because I don't understand why I have to beg you to say, look, make your country work. Fight the oppressor, retain your education, get paid normal salary. They want me to go to the NLC and beg them to say they should sign up to minimum wage. I don't have to, because you don't even need negotiation or minimum wage. The president, the governor of a state in Nigeria will not only get paid security vote, they also, before they finish their term, get paid their pensions. Some of them have 2 houses, 5 houses, lifetime of security provision. You have to buy a car for them every year. And Nigerians want me to celebrate when Buhari pays pension of Nigeria Airways workers 40-something years after. They did not even remember to pay the pension until the Nigeria Airways failed miserably. So they decided, okay, just to cover up all of that. So it's how do you confront the lethargy amongst young people? How do you come around and you see young people who ordinarily should say, look, this is power on the street. We can just pick it, and they're just like, merry-go-round, let's take it easy, don't offend them. It's libel. Be very careful what you say on radio. Watch your back, or all those kind of things. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, because I think personally, people are really mystified by the system, and it's important to also demystify. Also, the duty of nation building has to be seen as serious. I believe that many young people see it as, the duty of someone else. But we've not really been taught duty. I always tell people, like, everybody likes to get a job, but nobody wants to do duty.
There's a difference between a job and duty.
And we owe ourselves, our country, and our own future this duty to be the generation, because one generation has to pay the price.
Yes.
And sacrifice. That's why I'm not even, okay, even if nobody wants to, it's not only AAC, there's so many young, we have to organize. We have to see it as something that is valuable. Okay. we've been raised in a way not to value ourselves in this country as motherland people. Going back to what we're saying, see, it is only when the elites trigger our programming that they have indoctrinated into us that we react. So that's why majority of Nigerians are reactionary about these headsmen. So, but I am sure that more Nigerians have died in our own hospitals this year due to lack of health care than the headsmen have killed this year.
And roads.
How have we been? Does that create that kind of outrage? Or the death by headsmen is just so different? Do we care when black people die in Somalia, in South Africa, in Kenya? No.
But we care when there's something in France. We're checking in and out of France.
Exactly, because
on Facebook.
This is the indoctrination. Not to value ourselves.
Yes.
The lies that we've been told that we've not added anything to humanity. We've not been told that we are children of sacrifice. Many people don't even understand that the fact that we can sit down here today and do this interview, it was sacrifice. Many people gave their lives for us to have these opportunities. Black people were never invited to the table for anything. I mean, all over the world. Even in our countries here in Nigeria, to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a student, somebody had to die. Pay the price. Fight, struggle, you know. So
I want you to, do you guys have, there's any question for Seun?
You know, because
people are watching.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because for me that was important.
They have questions for you. Is anybody watching to see if there's any questions?
Not yet.
Not yet. They are enjoying you too much. If it was me now, they would have bombarded me.
No, because you have to give them answers.
But you are giving very real, concrete answers. I gotta tell you, you're doing very well.
Yeah, because this is just what I believe, personally, that we are all overlooking. It's our duty to this country.
Yes.
What are we outraged about? What annoys us? The only thing that annoys us is when the pillars, these fake pillars that they've planted in our mind, that they've erected in our souls, in our psyche, and they know how to push those pillars. So anytime anybody touch those pillars, you become enraged.
This is my favorite picture of Independence Day. So Nigerian politician with food in front, and then he uses big boots to hold the hand of the kids down.
Yeah, I see.
So that he's eating all by himself. This is my favorite picture.
So most of the system, like we look at our country, I always tell people how do you analyze this? If the police kill black people in America, they say it's because they are white.
Yes.
So why do cops kill us here?
Exactly.
Why did they shoot us indiscriminately?
Black on black violence now.
That doesn't even exist. There's just violence. Man is violent, There's no such thing as black on black. You kill the person closest to you, that's how man is built. But anyway, our banks don't give us loan here, just the way banks don't give black people loan anywhere in the world. Yeah. And in America, they will say it's because of racism.
But isn't our banks here also an extension of the banks in America?
That's what I'm saying. Even our security forces is still the same colonial training that
they used to call them constabulary.
Yeah.
There's a queen police now.
So it is still that training, the training against.
There are still countries in the Caribbean that are still using the head of the queen on their currency, and they still pray to the queen, they preach to the queen, all kinds of queen like that,
Me too, we are still in the Commonwealth. Nigeria is in the Commonwealth,
and there's nothing common in Commonwealth. So
Commonwealth
is not common.
We want a visa to go to their country. How are we Commonwealth?
Exactly. We are Commonwealth for the conference. To swell up the Commonwealth conference.
Yeah, so it look good.
Yes. Anyway, so if you have any questions for Seun Kuti, please do ask him. He's on ground today. There's a question for him.
Yes.
For Seun, not me.
Yes,
let them bombard him. Really?
Is he performing at the convention?
Performing at the convention Saturday? Are you performing?
I'm not performing. Nobody has told me about it.
He's not been invited to perform, but we're inviting him to come and just talk to us. He just arrived, just found him out today. Found out he was in town today. it's not easy to get Seun to perform. That's one thing you should know. Even after you pay his fees, he may decide not to perform. That's
fake news. That's presidential fake news.
We can't afford.
If I collect money, I always perform.
Yes, he's a good guy. So, any other question for
Yes, what is his message for the youth to step up and take the country back?
Yes, that they have to engage the system. We have to completely engage this system fully. It's time for the youth of Nigeria to not just energize but also organize. If you're not a part of, I believe that if you're over 25 in Nigeria today and not an active part of any political movement, then you are not doing your duty. We are not being educated in our schools enough to understand what and who we are as motherland people, and the glorious future that awaits us if only we can take our destiny in our own hands. That's why there's so much distraction in front of us. Everything we do is imposed on us by the elite as young people. That's why they make you feel bad if you're poor. They make being poor look like a crime or some kind of sin against God. Because they have to make you feel like you are your own problem. They have to push your mind down like that. You look at the TV, you look at the radio, you listen, go to your church, it's the same. The mosque is the same elitist message. Basically, everybody else is your enemy. Everybody's trying to kill you. That's why you are poor. Your father wants to kill you, mother wants to kill you. All these kind of things. So we can't organize. We can't trust ourselves enough to come together to be something. So I really believe that the youth of Nigeria need to be a part of something. We all need to be a part of something. I mean, if a man like Sowore has come out to say he wants to be president, why is his party not full of young people? There are so many parties why they're not full of young people wanting to be senators. Because we need to taking the country back is not by taking the presidency back. The presidency is not the country. If you want to take this country back, you have to be ready for every local government,
everywhere,
every state assembly, every state government, every federal parliamentarian position. We must be aspiring to fill those with the right ideology
and right candidates.
Yeah, right candidates and right ideology, especially. And not this thing about age. Everybody running around age, not too young to rule, or he's too old. No, it is always about the ideology. It doesn't have anything to do with age. Sowore here could be 20 years old and I'll support him because I know what he stands for. And I might as well be 100 and I'll still support him.
I'll still be like this.
Because I know what he stands for.
Yes. But I think people are discussing age because it has become a factor in how much we invest in hospitals in London. So, and those kind of characteristics. I don't think people hate old people because they're old. They hate old people because they have disappointed them so much.
Yeah, but the young ones,
a population of young
but I see a lot of young people too with lots of money that, rather just spend it every week, I mean, how much do you think goes back to Europe in a week from Lagos alone through our nightclubs? How much do you think would go to? How much do you think?
Millions of dollars.
Exactly. I mean, they don't even need to come and appropriate our money anymore like they used to do in our father's era, where they were intelligent. They have to bring all these fake laws and crimes and literally come and steal. No, now we just willingly work hard in Africa, sweat,
we are conditioned to return everything back.
But because of the message, the indoctrination that you cannot be yourself, you cannot have value as a black man. The identity of being black, this black, the criminalization of the identity. I mean, look at the TV today. Every black person you see on TV is either an athlete or an entertainer, or a singer, a ball bouncer or something. Those are the only black people allowed on TV. So black people don't aspire. I went to my primary school. I say this thing all the time because it completely amazed me. Every kid there wanted to be a musician. Every kid. And in Nigeria today, people are dropping law degrees to become event planners. They're dropping medical degrees to become tailors. And people are praising them.
Even the Minister of Health said that his tailor He's a medical doctor, so that everybody should not go and be
exactly. And this is in a country where we are dying because the country cannot meet the aspirations of the young people anymore. You understand?
We can't treat our sick.
Yeah, so
because there are no doctors to do it, because the doctors are doing event planning.
Even if you're a talented doctor, you're looking for the way out.
Because the system doesn't.
If you're a talented engineer, you're looking for the way out. If you're talented anything, you're looking for the way out. Look at the TV, and then, as I was saying about this criminalization of our identity, when you listen to the backstory of most of the black people you see on TV, it's a criminal story they put there. For reasons I do not understand. Why every black person on TV must have, if he's a sportman, you say, man, I was in gangs. If it wasn't for sports, I'll be in prison. I don't understand it. Every musician will tell you I used to sell drugs, I used to do this. Where do they get these people from? Who are these people?
Well, it's profiling. That's
so
part of
so now, if you have money as a black man, you have to show that, and you are not famous. Nobody knows you. So how would they know you are not a criminal? Since every famous black person on TV is a criminal. If it wasn't for his music or the sport he was playing, and you are not playing sports or singing, how do we know you are not a criminal, sir? You have to wear all the expensive clothes, wear gold chain around your neck, forgetting that your brothers are dying in the Congo every day, for this thing to be,
to be exploited.
I understand if things that we need, okay, we need cars, we need phones, so we're exploited for that, okay, fine. But there's certain things like gold and diamond chain and all these expensive watch that I know we don't need to survive, and we know black people are dying by the thousands every day because of these things, and we still want to use it to show people that, oh, I'm not that black person that you think. Me, I'm the one that have made it, So this is the only way we can survive or exist. So we have to elevate above this cage. It's a cage. It's a deliberate cage that they've put us as motherland people, as young people especially. So you find many young people that cannot escape this dream, because you have to understand whiteness of economics. To access this whiteness, if you have some money, you can access whiteness. So throughout your life, you spend your life trying to access, whiteness. You want to, so that you can just see. As soon as you make money, you don't know why you're doing it, but you're moving straight to the white neighborhood or the rich people neighborhood. You start saying things like, black people, they don't get sense. Black people get black mind. But we don't understand. But it's a cage. And if you do not elevate, you cannot escape it. Like when they say, oh, crabs in a barrel, black people are crabs in a barrel. We are pulling ourselves down. I say, listen, is the barrel the natural home of the crab?
The crab, yes.
Is the crab supposed to be in the barrel in the first place?
It's a cage for
Release those crabs, put them on the shore of the beach, and they'll be helping themselves to the sea.
And then help themselves back out.
Exactly.
I've seen that before.
Exactly.
When crabs join hands together in their natural environment, they will come to.
So don't talk about the crabs pulling themselves down in the barrel. Talk about the barrel.
Yes, get rid of the barrel. It's true.
There's a question that says, why are celebrities not coming out to support the movement?
Because celebrities, I don't know. You ask them.
Celebrities are also.
You are the ones empowering them. I don't know how. See, let me say something. I don't like when people ask me celebrity questions in Nigeria, because people don't really empower me in this country. Come to my shows. They don't call me for shows. They don't do anything, but they always want me to answer a celebrity question. You are the one that's empowering them. You are their millions and millions of followers. I only have 32,000 followers on Facebook, so I don't know about celebrityship and why they don't talk. We empower our celebrities. If we cannot hold them to account by ourselves, then
because it's economic too, and this is very important. I get that question all the time. Oh, why don't you go and meet the celebrities, get their endorsement? And I said to them, why did somebody become a celebrity in the first place? It's because we are following them. You are paying to go to their shows. You are buying their products so they endorse, or to which they're ambassadors for. If you want celebrities to fight for freedom, you fight them economically. To use your economic power to put them in the right direction.
Boycott is a strong strength Nigerians don't even bother to use.
And they use it in South Africa.
We have the strength of boycott. In this country now, we are using imported petrol. And we are shouting every day we want refinery. They are borrowing Dangote 7 billion to build refinery.
I can't build for Nigeria.
He's building refinery for Nigeria, you know, his own private, with public. Anyway, let me not even go into PPP matter. That's on that discussion entirely. But we in Nigeria today, we are using imported for what? Why should we be paying world prices? All these billionaires in Nigeria were made by Nigeria. If there's a problem, it's time for them to sacrifice for Nigeria. And if they refuse, Nigeria should boycott their products. But because we want to use our car, nobody wants to sacrifice. Trust me, before we boycott their petrol for 1 month, they will bring down the price. You don't need your government to make any law. You don't need it. We self no buy. We sit in our house. We take public, we carpool. We take public transport. We show solidarity against our enemies. No. It is us, God, they will use to increase the price. When they stop selling the followers, go and queue in their petrol station. They will not start showing the queue all over the news. Everybody, government, do something. Government, do something. Government will say, oh, government and who is government, who is oil seller? They are one and the same. Oh.
Yeah,
the same people in the government are the same people selling the oil. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we have agreed. Who raise the price? So I'll confess. Okay, don't raise this back small again. I don't fall for that job. I mean, now I'm involved in nation building. No more falling for their gimmick. There's so much gimmicks going on. We have to really educate ourselves to be deep to see. If I see that what I want to do cannot have the power to bring what I want to see, I don't bother engaging in it. To protest, you have to protest to somebody that cares. If you protest to somebody that doesn't care, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time.
What about the elevation of protests?
Is boycott.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So we have to start boycotting in this country.
You know, if celebrities don't represent your aspiration, you start by removing yourself from their Twitter accounts.
Exactly.
You remove themselves from their Instagram account.
Exactly.
Instagram account that is 2 million before, if they discover in 5 days that it has reduced to 500,000, you will be talking to this one. Doesn't even need boycott of, it's just a boycott of their social circle. You know. So, but people have not. I don't think anybody ever thought about it, and that's what I keep telling them. Why are you coming to me to say that celebrities should?
People always come to me and say celebrity.
If you believe in me and your celebrity, the celebrity you love is not, go to their page and say, look, if you don't support my candidates, I don't follow you anymore. You know, and if everybody is saying that to all the celebrities in the order that they come, both on Instagram.
But you know, people too, many young people in Nigeria want to be celebrities. So.
That's what I was.
So, and they want to be celebrities without political responsibility.
Yes.
You know, this black excellence thing is very interesting. Black excellence is all over the place where they're doing it for the culture. All of them. But Frantz Fanon, he used to be negritude in the 60s. You know, we have to go back and read our real founding fathers. The people that fought for us, they wrote a lot of books, a lot of ideas, a lot of solutions, because they knew what was coming. You know.
You're talking about Frank Fanon?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Educate them.
So black excellence is largely irresponsible. All they are doing is, you know, showing their, you know, how good they are, but they are not good to their people. They've not given back as much as the people have given to them. You understand?
But that's the job of the people, to make sure that
exactly.
They are loyal to somebody. That loyalty is not blind loyalty.
Yeah, the one that even annoys me, like, celebrities are, you know,
fluff.
They come and they come and they go. You know, this is not, you know, this is not life. It's not life. The thing, I mean, petrol, for example, that one is life. How can we be afraid to boycott? How can we be afraid to take action against those that have always taken actions against us?
Do you have any questions for Seun?
Do you believe in revolution, and is Nigeria ready for it?
Well, the thing about revolutions is this. The thing about revolution is it can happen in many different forms. But what is most important is that people are politicized. Because if they're not politicized, it cannot be a revolution. It cannot be a mob action. I mean, this is what I'm seeing happening in Nigeria one day. In Mobakshore, people will just be fed up. They'll start small, start burning shop, then they'll burn one police car, they'll see nothing can happen to them. They'll elephant from there, start bringing people out of their car. Just because you are rich, they'll start entering people's house, and then they'll go to one big man's house, you know. I see that happening. In fact, it's happening in some areas.
Already.
I mean, what is Boko Haram if it's not that? You know, he said that Boko Haram is also an arm of our government. Let's see the truth. No, it's true. Nobody can tell me.
No, of course. The government said it now.
The only people, you say they are our children. That's what Jonathan first said. We can't go and
But
our
Jonathan
children.
said that there are Boko Haram people within their party.
But we first call them their children before you have Boko Haram people within the party. And for me, the only people that kill Nigerians is the Nigerian government.